empathetic to Antonio Brown because my career was filled with some moments like that. Maybe not to that extent on the field, but it was because my agent who's sitting off on the side, right, we negotiating. I outperformed my contract. And so it's time to get paid. And they wasn't ready to, Josh McDaniels just came in, he said, I don't know, at the time, I'm sorry, Ocho, I'm considering myself the man in the league. That's how I'm approaching it.
Don't worry about that.
I respect, this is my OG, this is my OG. Look up to him, learn
Number
a lot.
one right here, don't worry
about it. But this is at the time, this year. Like my numbers is crazy, right? And so, actually you took a Pro Bowl from me. They gave it to him. He had like 900 yards, I had 1,300. They gave him the Pro Bowl, not me. Anyways.
Touchdown celebrations, that's what he got.
Facts,
Right.
it's Ocho, Ocho, he a legend. They said they're not gonna pay me, but I got the Jets willing to give me the $50 million, and then and Kennard McGuire had other teams ready to pay me. And so I'm like, well, that's the market, and if you're not willing to pay me, that's okay, but I gotta go because if I have a moment like
Chris Godwin,
you go back on a team-friendly deal. We don't do that in football.
He played on the franchise tag.
It's too much franchise tag. It's 1 year deal. You have all the risk as a player. You get hurt now, you can't get to the table in another 3 years. That's why we don't play in the last year of our deal, right? Because if you get hurt and you have your ACL, it's a wrap. So now I'm in the last year deal. Now I consume all the risk. A fair deal in any business is where we both win. Players, you don't do that. He goes down, Godwin, and now, yeah, you made 10 million, but now that's it. You could have had 50, 60 guaranteed. They telling me that they're gonna pay me, but other teams is ready to pay me. Josh McDaniels finally coming at the end of the season after Mr. B said, I'm gonna trade you, but don't be upset if we trade you to Cleveland Browns. All right? We going through this. It's a nightmare of an offseason, going back and forth. Josh McDaniels finally bring me in the office and he says, yo, we gonna pay you, but we gonna make you the richest Bronco in the franchise history over John Elway, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But to get that, you have to have 4 rushing touchdowns and your yards per catch need to go here. I'm not Ocho Cinco. I'm not averaging 15 yards a catch, 16 yards a catch. That's not my game. You control my destiny. So we politely said, no, that's not okay. So if that's what y'all offering us, I'm gonna move forward. So I come into the office. He said, stay home this weekend, get your mind right. I said no. He called me in his office. In his office, he said, we're gonna hit you with conduct detrimental to the team. Because it's boom, 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 boom. We had never had a conversation like this. You go into the bathroom, you stand 30 minutes, boom. I was like, how you can tell me if I'm going to do number 2 if it take 10, 15, 20 minutes? Don't matter. That's $75,000 they're trying to take from me. So what I ended up doing is I went out to the field, and this is before, and y'all remember this moment. Everybody remember this moment.
The punt?
Yes.
I remember the punt.
You remember the punt?
I say, yo, he is gangster.
He's always gangster.
I said, B on that.
But this is what happened though. So we leave that meeting, and I'm like, yo, like coach, like you control that, woo, 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 woo. And I go out to the field. This is pre-practice. I'm not even thinking about the cameras being on me pre-practice. I go out there, my receiver coach throwing me the ball, Adam Gase, because he said Adam Gase is the one telling on me, da, 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 da. So I was catching the ball, putting it, really mad at him. And so that was a situation where now it was all over the place. Brandon Marshall punting balls, batting down balls in practice, et cetera, et cetera. And so I say all that because Antonio Brown, we talk about incentives and all of that, you understand the back end of the story, and I didn't get paid that year. And they did everything they could to manipulate me, and also did everything they can to press my buttons because they knew who I was. Hey.